Good morning. It's another day on the Appalachian Trail. Today is Friday the 11th of June. Yesterday I spent a 0 day. That means I didn't go out hiking at all. And I stayed in the not shelter either, in the hostel. And I turned it on right now so you'd see someone built a nice sitting spot, which probably means if I turn this way, which I haven't yet, it's probably a very nice view. And there is. If there was less clouds, it would be better. So I'm going to take a seat and bring you up to date. Okay. Ricky, aka Flutterby, is done with her hike for this year or for this time period or whatever. Anyhow, we're not hiking together. She's back at the hostel. She was there yesterday to the day, 0 day, and the day that I was, walking through the woods. So she's taken 2. I think she's going to be there all day today. She's made different plans. She also is itching to get back to home, and she wasn't feeling well, and she wasn't enjoying it. And I said, look, if you're not enjoying it, you have a bad day, that's one thing. But after 3 or 4 days of not enjoying it and just slugging it out, I don't blame you if you want to go home. So, and she did 400 miles legitimately and hard, the hard way. She really had a hard time with it. I mean, I would walk behind her in the morning, and every step for that first hour, it looked like she was stepping on glass. And then she'd go for the next step, and the next step. And that would go for quite a while. The uphills were more painful, evidently, than the downhills or the flats, which is kind of how we got together, because we both had basically, for different reasons, similar difficulties. So we were able to tolerate one another and adjust our speed just a little bit. We were very close to the same speed. So, and she was, at the end of the day, lots of times she was faster than I was. So the difference is she likes to, after 6 or 8 miles, call it a day, and I'd like to keep on going until, a couple hours before sunset, and then decide where I'm staying. I look at the possibilities ahead, so I have an idea of what to expect, but, I'm always shooting for the furthest one, and if I want to, I know I can take a couple before then. So that's where our differences came in. That sometimes would frustrate me. At 2 or 3 in the afternoon, you're setting up. So then I would go slower at noon once I knew, you're going to make it and stuff like that. I would, take my time and walk down the trail a little slower. No sense in rushing. We're not going anywhere. So, anyhow, that's that. So yesterday I got back. I had the nice day before. It rained like it does down here, off and on most of the day. And then around 4 o'clock it came down heavy for a while. I thought I'd lost my phone. So I looked at it at 4 o'clock. I remember checking it because I have an alarm, and I check every hour to see where I am, and I get a better indication of how fast I'm going and when I'm going to be, and where. So thought I lost it and was making plans in my head how to get it, another phone, etc., etc. It was a big thing, and and then I was focusing on trying to keep my speed up and get to where I'm going. So I was headed to the hostel, and there were a couple other people on the trail, and they were faster than me, but they went ahead and, after a long day, about 6 in the evening, they went ahead and made camp and set up for the night, and I kept on going, and I passed them, and they smiled, and then the next day when they showed up at the hostel, about 9 o'clock in the morning, everyone was surprised to see me there, lounging about. And I was going to go hike that day, but the weather forecast was pretty crummy for Thursday. So I was like, it wouldn't hurt to spend a day going through all my gear, checking it out again, cleaning it up, because a lot of it got dirty and nasty, and, like my pants, they've been washed every day for the last 3 or 4 days, and you can see they were not like that in the morning when I left. But, so anyhow, got cleaned up, got another shower, and here I am. I came out this morning at about mile 405, that's where I was finished up to, and I'm going to shoot for whatchamacallit, Boots Off Hostel, which is around 430 miles. It's actually like 428. Not all today, it's going to take me 2 days to get there. So 428 minus 5 would be 23. 12 and 12 is 24, so I'm figuring 12 miles a day. Now I'm shooting for, I think it's 15 or 16 today. And that'll make tomorrow easier. And there's a better spot. You know, you have to go with where you're at. So that's what I'm shooting for today. We'll see what happens. And that would be the update. Again, it's Friday, the something the 11th of June. And now I will tell you my plan. I'm hoping to do at least 10 miles a day for 10 days. That'll be 100 miles. And since I'm going to be done in about a month, which would be July 10th for this year, if I can accomplish that, that would be 300 miles. 4 plus 3 is about 700. So that's what I'm hoping for. We'll see what happens. Anyhow, yeah, today is predicted to be very, very nasty weather. Flood warnings went out, thunderstorms, the wrath of God himself. And but yesterday, when it was predicted to be a bad day, not quite as bad as today, it was, you know, it was what it is down here. It rained for an hour or so, and it stopped, and it rained for an hour or so. And if you're willing to accept that, you know, go out and hike. I've been out here for over an hour now, and you can see, yeah, it's cloudy, and it looks like it might start at any minute, but this is what it did yesterday. And I should have made, you know, nice time yesterday. So, but the way the days work out, it's actually pretty good, because from what I understand, Boots Off is one of those places that's very busy on Fridays and Saturdays. This way I won't be getting in until, well, maybe Saturday night. Shit. But, and you can hear this rumble of thunder in the background. Well, I don't necessarily like being out in the thunder, but as long as you're not on top, uncovered, there are a lot of trees to take the hit for you. That's a theory I work with. Yes, when you get up on a bald and there's no trees, get the hell out of there. Get off the bald. So, anyhow, it's not a bad day. The elevation for the over this, 15, 16 mile span was about 3,000 up, 3,000 down. So it's about even, and over that span, it's less than 500 a mile, so I'm not worried about it. Yeah, it would be 6 miles, so it's not that bad in elevation, gain and rise. And what I've heard from multiple people over and over again is we've got the most extreme ones behind us now. That last one was one of the most extreme. Well, it wasn't one of the most extreme, but it was one of the last most extreme. It was up over 6,000 feet and then back down. So today the whole thing is not going to be that much. And from here to, I guess, Pennsylvania or New York, New Jersey, whenever, it'll be irrelevant to me this year. It's less extremes up and down. I hope they're right, but we'll see. Alright, I'm gonna pour out another cookie, need a little bit more, and get on my way. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. And yeah, it's a beautiful day, even with a little bit of wetness. I had my raincoat on earlier, but I'm starting to get hot, and figured I've got it in a place where I can get it on quickly now, so I'm not that worried about it. Catch you later. Bye-bye. I'm guessing because I can read it right on the sign. It's a nice little creek, river, stream, I don't know. what the classification is, but it's a little waterway. You got a bridge over it. So, and it's coming down. And if you need water, this is a good spot. However, I have noticed something that was before unknown to me on these trips. There's also a camping spot over there. There was one over there, and it appears there's another one over there. That the water, when it rains hard and the water starts running down, it brings, when you think about it, it makes sense. It brings a lot of the loose dirt and sand, silt and what have you. Oh, there's camping spots all through here. Down, and another one down, and mixes it in, so it's very muddy water coming down. So if you were to pick it up to drink it and run it through your filter's not going to last too long before it has to be cleaned out again with fresh water. So it's less desirable to pick it up at that particular point in time. And look, this part is dry. So even though there's a lot of water rushing over there, there's still not a lot of water around. That would be a half drop spot. You gotta be careful with those on the map, relying on them. So, alright. See, I'll walk with you for a little bit. I can hear the water, and I suspect it's loud enough where it might be a little waterfall or something coming up. See, and you gotta look out for these little mud pies. They're not quicksand, but they're very much like it. Your foot can go down 6 to 8 inches in the mud. So, and people have gotten their shoes removed by the mud. You gotta be careful. And there aren't enough rocks around to just carry a few rocks again and run them to place to place. Somebody's done a little bit of that, but it's not like it's plentiful. And that's why it's making noise, which is nice. And because it's been a day or so, at least 10 hours since the rain, you'll notice that a lot of the dirt and silt and stuff like that has been refreshed, and it's on the bottom. So a lot of it is out of the mainstream right now. But I bet if you had a clear container, took some out and let it sit for a few hours, you'd see quite a bit of sediment on the bottom. And there's a blaze. And is it necessary? I don't know if you're not going to walk in the water, and you're probably not going to walk up that hill. But it's nice for confirmation that you went the right way. And there's another one. I saw or overheard a conversation going on last night, and one of the guys was evidently early on trying to navigate by the blazes, which you navigate by the blazes, but he was actually trying to figure out his distance, figuring they're all evenly spaced so far apart. And I just smiled and giggled and listened, because he ran into all sorts of trouble trying to figure out his mileage and stuff. So that was a little humorous. Out on the highway, yes, you have little posts, and they will tell you exactly where you are on the side of the road, but not so much on the AT. Alright, bye-bye. About that, there is what I was hearing. An actual little waterfall, which is beautiful. And wherever there's a beautiful spot, a few people will figure out how to camp there. Another camp spot. I'd say we just went through a potential 40 or 50 spots in the last quarter mile. Alright, I evidently have you up a hill for a while. So, here I go. Okay, there's not much point in me trying to talk too much here, so I'm just going to show you around.